Hi, how are you today? This video is on concept of motion in a straight line, which is a chapter in ninth standard physics. Every day we see and observe things in motion in our surroundings. But are all these objects really in motion? Maybe yes, maybe not. Is this surprising? Yes, it must be either in motion or at rest. But actually it could be in both state of motion as well as state of rest, depending upon the fact that what is the reference point. Let's understand with an example. Suppose you are traveling in a bus. You are in motion, you are moving. That's correct. But please understand that you are in motion with respect to a tree outside the bus or a building outside the bus. However, you are in rest with respect to a fellow passenger. So, at the same time, you are moving as well as you are at rest, depending upon the reference point. When the reference point was a tree outside the bus, you are considered as moving. However, when the reference point changed, when it became the fellow passenger, you are considered at rest. That is important to understand, my friends. So when the reference point changes, situation of motion of an object changes. Therefore, motion is a relative term which is understood as relativity of motion. Let's try to elaborate it further. You might have come across a situation while traveling on a road in a car, for example, when someone would have tried to overtake you and you press the accelerator to let him not overtake you and reach to a point where the speed of the vehicle you are traveling and the person who was trying to overtake you became same and you felt like stationary. So are you moving or are you not moving? Good. You are moving with respect to a tree outside or anything outside. However, you are not moving. You are at rest when the reference point is the car which was trying to overtake you. Well, now motion can be of different types, like linear motion, motion in a straight line, random motion, a motion which changes its direction every fraction of second. These are quite evident from its name itself. It could be circular motion, motion in a circular path, or it could be an oscillatory motion, for example, motion of a pendulum. A repetitive kind of motion is called pendulum motion, oscillatory motion. Now, important is to understand uniform motion and non-uniform motion. So, a uniform motion is one in which if in same span of time there is same amount of change in position. For example, we see here, right? Every second the object is moving 5 meter, 5 meter, 5 meter. So every second the change of position of the object is same is called uniform motion. However, if it is not so, in the same time span the change in position of the object is different is called non-uniform motion. Moving ahead, there are two important concepts which we shall understand now are distance and displacement. These are sometimes interchangeably used in our everyday life, but in physics they give different connotation, different meaning. Let's understand the difference. For example, if you have got a friend of yours to drop him to a bus station which was 5 kilometers from your home, you dropped him and came back to your house, right? You traveled a distance of total 10 kilometers both ways, correct? Okay. So now what was your displacement in this journey? Since you came back to your original position, your displacement will be 0, right? However, you traveled a distance of 10 kilometers. Let's explain with another example. For example, you started from an origin, call it O, and moved east 4 kilometers to reach to a point A, and then you turned your left to travel north to reach to a position B 3 kilometers, right? So total distance you traveled was 7 kilometers, 4 kilometers plus 3 kilometers. Okay, however, here the displacement will be 5 kilometers. Now, the total distance was 7 kilometers, but the displacement was 5 kilometers because displacement is the shortest distance between initial position and final position. However, this distance is the actual length traveled by an object from its origin. Interesting, right? Okay. Now we should learn here two type of quantities: scalar quantity and vector quantity. Scalar quantity is one which has only magnitude, means only value. However, vector quantities are those which have got magnitude as well as direction. Their values are dependent on direction as well. Okay, we regularly hear about speed and velocity. Are these different or same? Well, they give different meaning in physics. Speed is the distance traveled divided by the time taken to travel that distance. In the previous example, for example, the total distance traveled to drop your friend and come back was 10 kilometers. Say the whole journey took 1 hour. So the average speed would be 10 kilometers per hour. But since there was no net displacement, interesting, please understand, because you had come back to your original position, so there was no displacement. Displacement was 0. So velocity will be 0 kilometers per hour. Fine, interesting, right? Okay. In practice, generally velocity is not uniform. It can increase or it can decrease. For example, when we start a car, we start at 0. Then it reaches to say 60 kilometers per hour in 10 seconds. So we call that there was an acceleration. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity or change in velocity divided by change in time taken to bring about this change in velocity. The SI unit of acceleration is meter per second. The SI unit of speed and velocity is meter per second. So here meter per second divided by second will be meter per second square. Acceleration can be uniform, non-uniform, or it can even be negative. If it is negative, then it is called retardation or negative acceleration. For example, your car is traveling at a speed of 60 kilometers and you saw a hump and applied brakes to reach to, let's say, 20 kilometers per hour in 5 seconds. So there was a retardation or negative acceleration. Acceleration can be done either by changing the speed or by changing the direction of the motion. If you have found this useful, please subscribe to my channel, The Concepto, and press the bell icon to get updated. In the next video, we shall study graphical representation of time, position, velocity and acceleration, and 3 equations of motion.